Hello, Pisces. Welcome to Lotus Heart Tarot. I'm so happy to have you guys here. We are going to dive right into your reading today. I do like to begin my readings by thanking those of you who regularly watch the channel, who like, who share, who subscribe, who comment, who really bring a lot of life and wisdom and light to this channel. I just want to give you all a shout out and a big thank you so much for all of your support. And here we go. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I am also happy to have you here. I hope that if you find a message that resonates with you or that brings you some peace and clarity, that you'll consider subscribing and commenting and letting us know. This is your first time watching the channel, or you're new to the channel or a new subscriber. I definitely love to hear from you as well. All right, guys, just keep in mind, this is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Okay, I was strongly guided in my meditation to use this deck to look at the energy that Pisces is embodying now, and then the energy that will be most useful to Pisces at this time, something you can keep in mind and sort of take away. So we're going to begin with, what energy is Pisces in right now? Okay. Wow, you guys are getting, okay, I love this energy. You're getting the lion and the hedgehog. Oh, wow. On the bottom of the deck, you guys have protection. I have been feeling this energy that, you know, you are protected, and to be at ease in that deep inner knowing that you are protected, you are looked after, you are not alone, you are not in this by yourself, you are being watched over by the angels. You have this lion, and it says honor, and it says honor your soul and celebrate its journey. And then you're getting hedgehog, which is acceptance, which is saying embrace who you are. And, you know, this is almost giving me the lion is like a spiritual sort of level, and the hedgehog is like a human sort of level. You know, it is sort of important to accept ourselves on both levels, you know, and to honor ourselves on both levels, and to honor this knowing that we are spiritual beings having a human experience, and that it's complicated, and it doesn't come with a guidebook, and there are no perfect rules or no perfect way to navigate it. And, you know, we can look for other people's experiences and wisdom and advice, and we can look to the people whose lives we think, wow, you know what, I like the way that they're living. I like the sense of peace that person has, or I like the way that they have, you know, been altruistic, or, you know, given back so much to their community, or how successful they are, how determined they are, how much they persevere. And we can, you know, sort of ask ourselves how we can adopt those energies into our life. But it's always important to sort of accept ourselves, you know, just the way that we are right now. And even to be grateful. I actually, I love James Van Praagh. I think you guys know that. And, you know, he's one of the first psychic mediums to have his own TV show. I remember him going on talk shows when I was like a little kid, and I'd be sick at home, and I'd be like, wow, okay, this guy, all right. I just felt connected to him, even like as a kid. And he has his own YouTube channel. You can look at it, James Van Praagh, Vanpragh, I think is how you spell it. I use some of his decks on the channel here. And he does a beautiful guided meditation to help you meet your soul, your spirit guides, sorry. And in the beginning of the guided meditation, as he's getting you to this place, he has you go through your body and thank all your body parts. And, you know, there's a bigger reason behind traveling around your body and bringing your mindful awareness to your human physical self, that, like, I could go on about, but it's an important thing to do, to remember that there are all of these parts and pieces of ourself, and that, you know, there is this ability to forget how precious and how miraculous it all really is. Even the experience of being a spiritual being, having a human experience. You know, I can actually meditate on that and get so completely lost in it that I just almost can like lose myself. And because it's just so profound and it's so incredible, and it really does lead you to this place of a deep inner knowing and understanding that we aren't just connected to the divine, we are the divine. And anyway, it looks like, Pisces, you're in this moment where you have a real opportunity to connect with yourself on a deeper level as a physical human self, all of our perfectly imperfect perfection of humanness, right? And acknowledging it, admitting it, opening up to it, embracing it, understanding that there's a reason for that, right? That this is our vehicle, and why did we choose this vehicle, and why is this vehicle the one? And you know, and then there's, I mean, I'm sure the hedgehog says that all the time, but then you have this lion energy, this really majestic, regal energy, and it's that spiritual part of us, that soul part of us, that mystical, untouchable, unseen part of us that just is and always has been and always will be. So pretty remarkable energy here. It's very deep, but it's very beautiful. And it's just as a really beautiful reminder to us that that yeah, we can live more consciously by choosing to bring our mindful awareness just to this every day, day in and day out. You'll benefit greatly, because the more consciously you live, the more you are making choices instead of reacting, you know, to life and to what it's bringing to you. So what energy would it benefit Pisces could benefit Pisces at this time? What energy could benefit Pisces at this time? Wow. Okay, guys. You're getting the eagle, ancestral healing, and the whale, tenderness. Wow, with the bat. Remember the other day we had the, we were using the Guardians of the Night tarot deck, and the High Priestess was a bat, if you saw that reading. Sorry, my throat is getting really choked up here. And I'm actually feeling like I need to take an animal spirit card on your person, and then I'm feeling like I need to do a you and them video here. Let me just get a sip of tea. See if that helps. It's actually snowing in parts of Florida today. It's pouring rain here. It's cold and bitter, and it feels like winter, and I like it. Man, I am all choked up, and I literally was not like this. My throat is like closing. Okay. I'm just going to do the best I can here, guys. Sorry about that. My voice sounds weird, doesn't it? This is like a throat chakra thing. When I put my hand on here, I heard roar, you know, like loud and like from the gut. Wow. That actually feels so important. Like from the gut, like sound from the gut, not from the throat. Okay, anyway, take it as it resonates. Interestingly, bats use echolocation. Whales, don't they use some kind of echolocation also? It's just it's an interesting juxtaposition of sound here. May be important, may not, I don't know, take what resonates. You have this energy of the whale and tenderness, and it says, show compassion and forgive what needs to be forgiven. One of the most beneficial things we can do for ourselves is to sit and consciously forgive ourselves. You know, especially when kind of, you're going about your daily business, you're driving in the car or something, and a hard memory comes up. where you're like, man, I wish I would have done something different. I wish I would have realized this sooner. I wish I would have taken action when I didn't take action. I wish I wouldn't have said that. I wish I would have said that. You know, we cannot ever go back into the past and change what we did. It's just not possible. We don't know how to do that yet, you know, as people. And I say yet because you never know what's possible in the future. But the thing is, what we can do is when those things come up, we can sit with them and we can show ourselves forgiveness and tenderness and compassion and understanding and this deep knowing of, you know, what we didn't know then that we do know now. You know, I really only have one regret in life, and that's when I was 18, it was the first time I really estranged myself from my family. And of course, they hoovered me back up. And I was 18, you know, I was not really prepared to like be an orphan. Plus, I didn't really envision myself that way. And I came from, you know, a good family that always provided for me, and everyone always told me what a good family I came from. Of course, they didn't really know half of it. But so I just sort of went back, you know. And then I got married, then I had kids. I let my parents play a really integral role in my kids' lives. And then, of course, my parents treated my kids eventually the way that they had treated me. And, you know, I always regret that I could have spared my kids what I went through if I would have had the courage of my convictions at 18, you know? And, you know, I have had to sit with my 18-year-old self knowing that, you know, I was a scared 18-year-old, you know, who had pretty much been pampered and spoiled my entire life. And I had no clue what the real world was or like anything. I mean, when I went to college, I didn't even know how to make my bed or do laundry or anything. I was completely clueless. I knew nothing. My mother-in-law taught me how to cook. She just taught me pretty much every life skill that you need. My mother-in-law taught me. But I just wasn't capable of, being rudderless at that point. And also, I didn't have words. I didn't know about narcissism. I didn't know about being a scapegoat. I just didn't know any of it. And I was still really finding myself. So I've had to have a lot of compassion for myself and the person that I was then, and say to myself, you know, hey, you did the best you could. And, you know, you still did good. You still eventually had the courage to walk away completely, you know, and you didn't ever go back, you know. And so I have to, you know, say to myself, when you finally did learn, when you finally did have the words, when it finally, you know, became obvious and you had exhausted all peaceful means of resolution, you know, you took the only step that you could take. And, you know, but you have no regrets about doing it then because it was the right time, really, is I guess what it is. So I don't know. But the thing is, when we have things that come up that kind of haunt us from our past, where we say, man, I let myself down there, man, you know, and especially things that keep coming back up, they want to be resolved. They want to be released. They want to be set free. You don't have to carry those burdens anymore. You can swim free of them and let them go. Look how Piscean that looks. And so it's just about showing yourself tenderness. And when you show yourself tenderness, this acceptance becomes really easy. You know, accepting yourself as a human, as imperfect, and as someone who is living your life forward with no instruction manual, doing the best you can with what you have at the time, you can forgive yourself and you can come to a place of peace with it and you can let it go. And you don't have to carry it anymore. And then you have the ego, which is ancestral healing. And it says your ancestors are holding space for you to heal your past. And, you know, with the eagle, this always, you know, makes me think of, you know, how high an eagle soars and, you know, we call it a bird's eye perspective for a reason, right? Because it's this really super high level perspective. And it's like, I mean, I'll just use my family as an example again, because it's so easy and this is ancestral healing. But when I look, you know, at my mother who's now deceased, you know, I can see that she was actually just really wounded, and that she too was also human, and I can totally forgive her, and I can totally hold space for her and say, you know, when my mom died and my aunt called me to tell me that my mom died, I looked out my office window, and right in that moment, a sandhill crane was flying by, and I just knew it was my mom. And I said, I forgive you. Thank you for my life. Godspeed you to the other side. And that was it. That's how I said goodbye to my mother. But, you know, that pretty much sums it up. It's like, I do forgive her. I forgive her because obviously this is something that probably went through generations of my family. I never knew my mom's mom. Well, she died when I was 1, so I never had a chance to, you know, oh, that's why my mom is the way she is, because, you know, my Oma was that way. But, you know, because I don't know if it's because she died or because we played dress up in her beautiful, perfumey smelling silk and fur coats and, you know, her beautiful clothes as kids and her jewelry and everything. We used to just play dress up in her clothes. And we would hear the stories of how beautiful she was and how, you know, my Oma and Opa were such a glamorous couple and like all this stuff. So she was always kind of that to me. So, but she was also human. And even if she did things that caused my mom to be the way that my mom was, or if my grandfather did, he was a pretty harsh person. He achieved a lot in his life, and he expected you to also achieve a lot in your life, which was a positive and a negative, right? But, you know, I can forgive them for, you know, the space that they held in my history that brought this experience to me in this life. And I can forgive them their humanness, you know, and I can also hold a space of gratitude for, you know, the lesson that I learned and what I've had to overcome. And I definitely would not be a tarot card reader on YouTube had it not been for that experience. And I doubt that I even would have really awakened had it not been for that experience. I mean, who's to say? We can't say if it would have been different than this, you know? But I do really love my life, and I do cherish this time that I spend with you on YouTube. And I do cherish receiving these messages and communicating these messages. And I was literally just telling my daughter that yesterday, just like how grateful I am for this experience. And, you know, so I wouldn't change a thing. And that is what it is. And so I can forgive myself the decisions that maybe I feel I could have made that would have been better. And I can forgive them the decisions that they made that could have been better. And, you know, I can choose to do different for my children. And who's to say that's better? Who knows? But I'm doing what I feel called to do. For sure, I listen to myself. Then you have this bat on the bottom of the deck, and it says, you are working through deep soul patterns. Release any outdated beliefs that surface. I'm really getting so strongly here, echolocation. So I don't really understand where that's coming in. I don't know if it will reveal itself further on down in the reading or what, but it's sort of like, even using alternate ways to feel your way through situations, or even honing different skills or different ways of navigating through kind of listening to your intuition, or, you know, listening to your body as it heals, listening to yourself and to your needs and your wants and your desires as you move through this process of deep soul healing. It just feels like there's a lot that can be learned. You may want to journal. That's a really good way to listen to yourself, to be heard. I don't know if I've ever recommended this on the channel, but I highly recommend Natalie Goldberg's book, Writing Down the Bones. She teaches you how to just journal without editing yourself. It's a life-changing experience, I'll tell you that. All right, guys, let's keep going. So we're recognizing that we're doing important work here, and we're showing compassion and acceptance to ourselves, and I keep getting gratitude, the sense of gratitude. On that, it's funny. Wow, you guys are getting another card of listen. Okay, you have perfect timing on the bottom of the deck. I love that. Man, you guys are getting, I mean, I don't know, like, it's possible that I have attracted a crowd, or, you know, that there are a lot of people in this collective that also have, you know, familial issues. I do know that a lot of you do, based on your comments, but, you know, we do attract our vibration. We do attract, you know, people who, you know, resonate with us, right? So if that is your story, if your story is similar to mine, it's easy to see why you're here and why I'm here, right? So you guys are getting, these are angel cards. These cards are like literally precious to me. You're getting family. Let me put my glasses on. I'm even thinking about attempting to read this small print without them is like crazy. This situation is rooted in an emotional experience with a family member, which we can help you to understand and heal. This is an angel deck, okay? In your mind and heart, surround this person, yourself, and the experience with calming blue light and many angels. Be open to the gifts within the situation and allow yourself to feel peace. I'm gonna read that one more time. I just was not expecting this message. I wasn't expecting any of this message. This just kind of wild. So it says, this situation is rooted in an emotional experience with a family member, which we can help you to understand and heal. This is your angels. In your mind and heart, surround this person, yourself, and the experience with calming blue light and many angels. Be open to the gift within the situation and allow yourself to feel peace. You guys are going through, you're releasing something, letting something go, healing some stuff. We all have issues, you know, we all do. And even if we came from a really good family, there's still things where, you know, even if you have great parents, they don't always know how to give you what you need, you know, because you're different, you're human. And then you have listen. Quiet your mind, beloved one, and listen to our gentle reassurance that everything has been taken care of. Stay in a quiet and receptive state without worrying about the exact nature of your desire's manifestation. A quiet mind and body hears us quickly and clearly. This is our request to you. Listen. Oof. See, you're learning a new way to navigate. This is something, you may be developing a skill here with your intuition that you're going to be able to utilize for the rest of your life. You're doing this at this time for a reason. I can tell you that someone's coming in. I can feel them coming in. You have perfect timing. Now is the perfect moment for you to act on your inspirations. The doors are open while you walk through them with us by your side. Don't delay or procrastinate, as all of the ingredients are right for your success. Everything and everyone is on your side, supporting your positive outcome. That's amazing. When I was reading this, I literally got, there's a guy, his name is called Thomas More. And some things that he says I super agree with, and some things he says I have reservations about, I guess is what I would say. Maybe not reservations, but it doesn't totally always resonate with me. But one thing that he does is he prays to the benevolent spirits. And, you know, he says, you know, he calls on the benevolent spirits that are available to intercede on his behalf regarding this, or on someone else's behalf regarding this. And he asks for a most benevolent outcome. And I for some reason got that when I was reading this perfect timing card. And so if there is something you're trying to manifest, or you know, you're trying to make it through, or you're having some kind of difficulty, or someone close to you is having some kind of difficulty, you can just call on the benevolent spirits. And I'm sure if you look him up and do like benevolent prayer, or, you know, benevolent spirit prayer, Thomas More, you'll find it. I think he's pretty well known. But anyway, you just call on the benevolent spirit and basically ask them to intercede on your behalf, requesting a most benevolent outcome. All right, you'll be surprised. I mean, it does really work. I think so. Okay. Oh my gosh, you guys. See, I just told you someone's coming in. Okay. Oh my God. So wow. Okay. You guys have, this is someone who is like, I feel, waking up to this idea that they may have deep feelings for you. There's something where it's like, I feel the energy of every time this person looks at you, they realize how unique you are. If you have not found this person, then this can still come. And if this is something that you want to come or want to bring into your life, then you can even use this to help you manifest it. You can close your eyes and picture this happening for you, you know? But there's this energy of, it's like, they know that you are you because every single thing conspired to make you you. Like all of your experiences, where you came from, you know, where you went to school, what you studied, like all of these things, everywhere you've been, everywhere you've traveled. I don't know. It's like, I just feel this energy of someone. It's like looking at you and seeing that there could be no other you. You're the only you that there is. And that it's almost as if they're seeing almost a type of perfection in it that I don't think they have ever found before. And it's like, it couldn't be anyone else. It's this person. It's Pisces. And it couldn't have been any other way. It had to be this way. And, you know, it's that kind of feeling where it's like, in a way, none of it makes sense. And in a way, everything makes sense. You know, the divine, chaotic, perfect order of the world. I mean, like, if you look at a field of wildflowers, they just pop up wherever, right? There's nothing planned there. It's beautiful, but it's chaotic. It's just, there's one, there's one, there's one, there's one, there's one, there's one, there's one. But if you move in on that particular flower, like let's say a sunflower, their seeds in the center of the sunflower are in this completely perfect geometric pattern. And so there is this absolute perfection in the midst of this chaos. And all of it springs forth from the perfection. And I'm just getting that energy here. I don't know. I hope it makes sense. Okay, guys. So it says, unique. You are unique and special. I have never met anyone like you before. You have opened me up to things I never knew were possible. Ah, see? I am so strong because of the power of our love. You have opened my heart to the truth, and I am very grateful for all the lessons that we both are learning now. This person is realizing when this is happening, when they're looking at you and seeing all of this and feeling all of this, they aren't saying anything. And I think this is why my throat chakra is, it's almost like I can feel the vibration in my throat of my vocal folds. You have love. I want to make love to you, which you have never experienced before. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. I want intimacy in every way possible with you. I just want us to know each other like no one else before us has ever known. Your touch, your voice really heals me. Yeah, guys, see, I feel like this is someone where in seeing the beauty in the things that are maybe sometimes quirky about you or are unusual or unique about you, this person is starting to accept those things within themselves that maybe they had a hard time accepting before, and it's filling them out. It's making them a richer, deeper version of themselves. It was always there, but they were in conflict with it. But because you've done this healing, you're at ease with yours. And so you're not hiding it. You're not covering it. You're not insecure about it. You're just letting it be. And when you can let it be and they realize that they can love you for it, it makes them feel comfortable being their, stepping into their authenticity. I've never seen that so clearly before in my life as I'm seeing it right now. This is insane how clearly I'm seeing it. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so this person is wanting to tell you this. I love you. My love for you is infinite. We are bonded in eternal love that in beyond the space and time, close your eyes and reach into this infinity. Know that it is real. I really want to reach out to you and tell you how I feel. The love I have for you in my heart can remember always, my love, that I love you. The love I have for you in my heart nothing can compare with anything. Remember always, my love, that I love you. I don't know. I think it's typed a little bit weird. But imagine that. If this person isn't in your life and you don't have a face and a name for what I'm saying, close your eyes and picture that. Picture you being able to fully be you and be completely comfortable in your own skin in the company of another person, and that they would love you for that. Do you hear my voice changing and my throat is getting closed up again because this person really wants to say this to you and it's blocked? But picture this. You can be yourself and be loved by this other person so completely, even more completely, because you are this authentic version of yourself, because you're not covering, you're not hiding. You're totally open and you're totally vulnerable, and this person is opening up and accepting those parts about themselves and letting them be seen and letting them be loved as a result of your bravery, of the work that you have done to heal yourself and to accept yourself completely. And it is allowing this love to be deeper and richer and more full and more complex and more long-lasting. Eternal is the word that I got. Jesus, I mean, I don't even know what to say about this, because just the way that I'm getting it is very intense. But this exactly right here is why true love, unconditional love, is freedom. It is not a ball and chain. It is not a, oh my gosh, if I could just talk to them for 1 second, I could convince them of this. If I could just make them see this, if they would just this, if they would just that. That's a ball and chain. That's something you're stuck to. When you can fully be yourself and there's not a thing in the world that could rock this person's love for you, because every time they look at you and they see the entire universe in your eyes, and I know that sounds cheesy, but that's literally how the universe is putting this out here to me. And I actually completely understand it. I have actually experienced it, but I never have ever attempted to put words to it like this. You have twin flame signs. Listen, right? Listen. Look for the signs for our connection. As your twin flame, I mirror what you're going through. Notice how we are very similar and share the same vision. There is a connection between us that can't be denied. We have to work on ourselves to be together. Look out for signs for my love. It is me sending you. Okay, so listen to what that really says. If you're one of those people that's out here watching this video right now and you want this to be you, listen to what it says. It says, we have to work on ourselves to come together. And what this entire reading is about is healing ancestral wounds, releasing, letting go, sitting with, forgiving, accepting. Everything that haunts us from our past. That's shadow work. That's healing. That's doing the work. And once you come to a place of peace and acceptance, you will feel so light. You will feel so full of vitality, right? Because you don't have that sucking you dry. You will have so much more to give, and to yourself and to others. So right now we've got somebody sleepless over wanting to say this to you, or even there, if you're sleepless wanting this to be your life, there is someone here mirroring that energy, being sleepless, wanting you to be their life, wanting to find the universe in your eyes. Literally, trust and believe. So you have anxiety keeps me awake at night. My life has changed since I met you. I'm trying to figure out what this all means. I don't want to lose you. The thought of you not being with me really keeps me up at night. See, this person, it's like they want to tell you how they feel and they want to know how you feel. And yet at the same time, if it isn't the same way they feel, they're so in love that it would devastate them. It would just crush them, because they literally know you're the one. They literally already know that. Those are some big stakes, you know? My throat is just like, woo! All right. Let's see. What do we have for Pisces here, please, Spirit? Yeah. Oh, see. Oh, my God. Oh, I feel like this person's presenting a good face, or like, it's like they don't want you to know that they're, the Six of Wands, it's like, they want you to see them as successful, as victorious, like they're still in this energy of trying to impress you. I don't know if I've talked about this on this channel yet. I don't know. I remember talking to someone about it yesterday, but I think it was a client. Here's the thing. Men fall in love in 7 stages, or this is what I read. And it starts with, you know, attraction, a physical attraction. And then basically they move through these different stages, and one of the stages they're trying to impress you, because basically what they're trying to do is make you fall in love with them, and then they're going to decide if they're in love with you. This is how men are wired. They can't do anything about it. That's literally, I think men get a bad rap sometimes. I mean, some men deserve a bad rap, like, don't get me wrong, but I think men in general, some of the problems that women have with men, you know, this, why would you chase me and pursue me like that and make me fall in love with you and then not follow through? And it's like, well, because they got you to the stage they needed to get you to, and for whatever reason, either they aren't ready, it's not the right time, they're not prepared, or, you know, they're seeing something much more serious with you than they're prepared for. You know, there's so many different reasons, right? But that's when they have that moment of fear where, you know, the fear wins sometimes. And it's really how they're wired. It's not like he made a conscious choice to play with your heart. I've always thought that until I read this article, but it's like, no, literally, or it may have even been a video. No, literally, this is how they are biologically wired. And so, but, so you can only, and then you can totally appreciate when you leave a man who's still in love with you, how that would leave that man. Because biologically, like completely out of their control, they have this response of like, whoa, 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 I chose you. You know what I mean? And that isn't misogyny. That's literally biology. So it's kind of interesting, you know, just sometimes being reminded that we do as women, I don't know what the experience is for men because I'm not a man, but we as women do sometimes project onto men like the same experience of falling in love, but it's actually very, 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 very different. And it also, you can understand then why it feels like sometimes this game for men, that men are playing with us, because they are, in a way, I mean, but this exists in nature. This is like even how peacocks, you know, they say like that guy is peacocking around. Like peacocks, the men are just these exquisite, gorgeous, you know, bright blue birds with these gorgeous tail feathers, and they know they're beautiful because of the way everyone reacts to them all the time, right? But they put that out, they put their, if you've ever seen, there are peacocks in St. Augustine, and like at the Fountain of Youth, I just literally love to sit there and watch them. They are just, you can learn so much about so much watching a peacock. But yeah, they like literally are out there trying to impress you, trying to win you over, trying to get you. Because you're the one who decides who you, if you're a female listening to this, you're the one who decides who you procreate with. So they have to impress you to get you to fall for them. And then it hits them, oh my God, I got them. And they have this reaction of, it's probably for a lot of them, especially the ones that have experienced a lot of trauma in their life, fight or flight. Boom, right there in that moment. And that's why probably a lot of them fly. You know, we're doing what we are innately made to do. You know, we're going through the process the way we're wired. We're human. But, you know, when they say dating isn't personal, it's not personal, you can definitely see it's not personal. It really isn't. It's literally like going to the mall and trying on a pair of jeans. But yet we get so invested, and yet we put our hearts on the line. Somebody wants to make an offer. It's held back by a lower vibrational, like shadow side of themselves, something that, you know, it's a fear probably, or an illusion with the devil. Sometimes it can be like a tendency for toxicity, codependency, something like that. But this really feels more like fear and illusion. And you have the Six of Wands, which is just giving me that peacock energy, which is why I went off on that tangent. But it's kind of like this person, it's like they've gotten through, or they may have even stayed in this phase of trying to impress you and trying to win you over. And you're like, okay, you won me over a long time ago, like hurry up already. And, you know, this person is trying to summon the courage, the confidence, the ego with the Six of Wands to like do it, to make the offer, to offer you something solid and stable. But it's I keep getting this energy of they don't, you know, it's like I want to know if the answer is yes. Oh Jesus. Oh, this person, they are sleepless. You have the Knight of Wands with the Empress, and then you have the Fool card on the bottom of the deck. This person is like, I want you. You know, I am passionate about you. I am coming towards you with all the desire that I have in the entire world. And, you know, the Knight of Wands, Six of Wands energy here is, you know, definitely a peacock. But why? Because that's the Empress right there. Because that's the one, that unique card. It's like, this is the one. This is, well, if I haven't done my job right, if I haven't crossed all my T's and dotted all my I's, and I lose this one, this will always be the one that got away. Like this Knight of Wands is playing for keeps. And how ironic is it? They are ready to go like all in. And it's almost like they know that that's what's required. That, you know, they can't go halfway. They can't, there's like no turning back. I'm like, the devil here, yeah, this person, I was about to say they may obsess over you a bit. Oh my God, you're definitely the first person I feel like that this person's ever felt this way about. With the Seven of Cups and the Devil, guys, this is fear and illusion and fantasy. And ironically, the Seven of Cups is a card of Pisces, of course. So I mean, it feels a little bit obsessive. I mean, it feels like when, oh, I just heard a song. When I close my eyes, all I think about is you. Or all I see is you. Wait, I might be hearing two different songs that may even be the same, like, kind of way. It's like this person constantly thinks about you. They always, like, when they just when they oh my god, I'm literally going back to the beginning of this reading and seeing, like, if we could just stay conscious sometimes. This person, whenever they slip into their kind of like unconscious mind, like, I feel like they're driving or they're doing some type of monotonous work, it's like they kind of wake up and they realize that they're fantasizing about you all the time. It's like when their conscious mind clicks back in, they're like, oh my god, I've just been fantasizing about my favorite Pisces for an hour and I didn't even realize it. You know what I mean? There's just that energy of you are the place that their mind just wanders to. Always comes back to you. And that's interesting. And you have this King of Cups, which is, you know, this is someone who is trying to master their emotion. They're trying to get it in check. They're trying to, you know, but it's kind of like, I see this King of Cups as like, you know, if I offered you this flower in this cup, would you accept it? You know, would you? Like, I'm hoping you would, you know, like you can feel that in his energy. But he has a lot riding on this because, I mean, this guy may have felt like he was in love before, but it's like the Page of Cups, the Knight of Cups. This is like King of Cups. This is like, yeah, it's hard to stay balanced. Like, I've had to really work to be able to stay balanced with all the feelings that I'm feeling. Because it's like this person, I feel like they wake up from these fantasies or they become into their conscious mind, you know, almost like fixated on another unique part of you. Like no one else would be this way, this way, and this way. When I said that to you, I saw jackpot, 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 like sevens on a slot machine falling down. So, you know, it's crazy. It's like this person is just like, man. Yeah, so that's what we need to work on if we're trying to manifest this, is being that in love with ourselves. Being in a place of peace and acceptance with the parts of ourselves that we haven't been able to be at peace and acceptance with. And loving those parts of ourselves and finding gratitude and, you know, holding a space of forgiveness and ease for those parts of ourselves. Oh, damn, someone is freeing themselves. A lot of you may be dealing with a fire sign here. You also have Earth, and you do specifically have Capricorn, and you definitely have water, a lot of water energy here. But I don't know, this Knight of Wands, it feels like someone who, when they take a leap, they take a leap. You know, they don't do things like halfway. I keep getting that, so I don't know, maybe you've noticed that about this person. This person has spent so long thinking about doing this and feeling too scared, it feels like, to do this, or coming up with a million reasons, or like, I feel like I came so close, but then I chickened out, even kind of energy here. So, you know, there's this energy of, but it's becoming too big a burden. It's actually like becoming a blockage for this person. Like they want to be free to like go the distance with this relationship, and also I think they think that this Knight of Wands is suggesting to me that this person is pretty sure you like them the way that they like you, or you've given them some indication or something that may be making them want to take this leap, or they may have felt that they have found a sign or a synchronicity or something here. But it's like you can see how someone's trying to hand this person, it looks like a wand more so than a sword. And in this in this one, this person is taking it and taking the leap. They're not doing it halfway. That's the Knight of Wands energy again, which came out here when describing this Ace of Pentacles. So it's like being in this state of not allowing myself to take the wand and to act on it. It's becoming too burdensome for me, and I'm going to have to put it down. I have to complete this cycle, and just actually go for it. So let's see. Wow. So you have the Hermit, and then you have the King of Pentacles. So, and then you have the Two of Cups on the bottom of the deck. So this energy is like, this person may actually pull back. Like, it may actually become very difficult for this person to like even be around you or look at you or whatever, because they're kind of going through this. This is also like one of those kind of stages of love, is that men do typically, when they're about to like make some kind of commitment or confess, or you know, when they're not sure or whatever it is, they will kind of pull back or take some time by themselves for a second and then kind of come forward. So you have the Hermit to the King of Pentacles. And I love this because that space, that time, that check-in with themselves, it doesn't feel like it's months, but you know, for some of you it could be. It is making them focus on what they really want and what their wishes are for their whole life. And it's making them look at a whole lot of things. And because this life, this love, this connection has made them embrace parts of themselves that I think they were disconnected from in the beginning, because you have a place of acceptance with your things like that, and you're not trying to cover them and you're not insecure about them. It allows them to be that way. There is this element of healing, and there is a realization in this time by their self that this is a healing connection, and that this is actually making them feel, what did this say? It's making them feel that, you know, it says, okay, I just want us to know each other like no one else before us has ever known. Your touch, your voice really heals me. This person, they are really coming to this realization that you are what they want. You are their wish fulfillment. You are the star in the lantern. And that is bringing them to a place where they can be in a secure attachment and really offer you commitment and mean it and be in the energy to back it up. And you see this healing energy with the caduceus. And I always get it from the star and the hermit's lamp. It's like this realization of I am actually changed because of this person. Oh, it was it was that card. No, it's this card. Hold on. I don't know why I'm obsessing over this. The love I have in my heart for you, nothing can compare with. I don't have anything to compare with. I don't know, they mistyped that. It's just so frustrating. I'm gonna have to write it myself. It says, we are bonded in eternal love, that in beyond the space and time, close your eyes and reach into this infinity. Know that it is real. I really want to reach out to you and tell you how I feel. The love I have for you in my heart can nothing compare with anything. Okay, that's what it exactly says. Remember always, my love, that I love you. There's this person, they've never felt this way. There's just no way. I don't think anyone has ever given them even an experience like this, where they actually like themselves more when they're with this person, or because of this person, or because they connected with this person. They're actually more at peace and more healed from the connection. Those are things that, you know, you can't say thank you for. And they, you know, you can say thank you for them, but you know, it just never does feel like enough. Okay, King of Swords in reverse, Page of Swords upright. With what is that? Oh, the Queen of Cups. Okay, yeah, this person really gets hung up on saying these things. They know. Page of Swords and the Hermit. This is a major aha moment. This is complete clarity. They know the moment that they knew. You know, they could probably even say, this is the moment that I knew. The King of Pentacles being clarified by the King of Swords in reverse is giving me a major energy shift within this person. The King of Swords is kind of harsh. It doesn't accept all things, love all things, care for all things. You know, it's harsh, it's blunt, it's worried about its own alignment, it's worried about the truth and reality and right and wrong and all these things, right? It's not worried about how it makes you feel. And I think that this person had at some point adopted this. They may have even been, you know, sometimes you see like highly intelligent or highly educated people a lot be this way. Because it's like they found a space where they were successful or where, you know, that kind of wasn't required and they went really far in that direction. And then it's almost like, you know, like people talk about hyper independence with women, right? Where it's like they've had to only rely on themselves for so long that they don't know how to rely on somebody else. Well, it's kind of like that. It's like I've relied on this energy. You know, we are all at the core of the core of the core, the magician. We all have all of the tools. We all have access to all the tools. We all have a sword, we all have a pentacle, we all have a cup, and we all have a wand. I was like, what is the last one? We all have access to all of those things. But sometimes when we have a great amount of success with one tool, we'll just stick with it. It's like our favorite tool, so we stick with it. That's the easiest one for us to use. We make the most progress the fastest that way, and we're just doing it. But you can see here this energetic shift, letting go of that way of being and embracing they say, you know, the King of Pentacles is the last in the minor arcana, and they say that he's closest to the Emperor, right? He's closest to divine masculine. You know, I think that's a matter of interpretation, and we can go that way or not, but that's what's coming through for me right here, so I'm grateful for the knowledge. But it's kind of like this person is showing up ready to commit and with the correct energy behind it. It's like they're not like, hey, I just think it makes sense that we would, you know, date and and like addresses it like a business deal. You know, that's not it. They're coming in with some warmth. They're coming in with something that is like solid and stable, where they're like, this is what you can expect of me. This is all I want of you. You know, and they have the full weight of their intention and they're, you know, they've done the work. You have this Page of Swords Hermit energy where it's like they ask themselves the question and they know for sure, they have complete clarity, and they're coming forward someone who's very, very sure of themselves and someone who has done a bit of healing through this relationship, and a bit of self-acceptance themselves through this relationship, through this unconditional love offered by the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Cups. I forget the Wands, and then I call the Queen of Cups the Queen of Wands. I don't know what is happening. Okay, that is just 17,000 cards. Let me shuffle those in, though. Yeah, they feel that it's because of you. You know, this is not someone who's like, hey, let's, you know, go out Friday night. This is someone who's like, if I commit to you or I ask you to be my person, I mean it with the full weight of everything. you know, I'm not coming halfway, or and I'm not coming for a month or 2 months. I'm coming for the long term, the long haul. Okay, so you have the Hierophant on the bottom of the deck. You have the Devil covered by Temperance, and then you have the Seven of Wands here. You know, here's that Devil energy again, right? This is what was holding this person back in the beginning up here, right? And so we're seeing here it coming out with Temperance. So it's like the things that held this person back, they're shifting through that. They're fighting through that. It's all, you know, it's like when I was talking in more towards the beginning of the reading, about, you know, accepting those parts of yourself that are hard to accept. When we do that, we are healing ourselves, and we're healing ourselves for the long term. You know, it's not like we're going to get through it for today and tomorrow. It's like, no, I've done some real work. Healing is not linear. We don't cross a finish line, but your chances of being triggered by that particular thing, or you know, being held back or stuck or held in a lower vibrational frequency because of that thing are slim to none at that point. Once you get to that point, I'm just telling you from my experience, that's what I experienced. It's not that it doesn't exist anymore. It's not that you don't sometimes feel it, but when you feel it, you truly are able to just look at it and go, I know why I feel that way. I observe it. I remember that that's a part of my story, and I release it. You know, you don't go down the hole for days or a week or whatever. You know what I mean? This Temperance is a major arcana. And so it is like one of the deepest levels of healing you can go through, and it takes time. It takes time. It takes a long time to get here. But you know, she still has 1 foot in the water and 1 foot on the ground. It's like, it's acknowledging this, you know, that happened. I can't make it so that it didn't happen. I can't go back and be who I was before that ever happened to me. But I can stay grounded. I can stay centered. I can stay in the master of it. You know, it's, you know, very similar to the Strength card energy. Then you have the Seven of Wands, and this is an energy, right, of protection, of, you know, I will fight for what I want. I will fight for what I need. I will fight for what is important to me. And this is giving me like hardcore divine masculine protective nature. You know, there is, with that fire, it's giving me an energy of kind of like jealousy. Not in a, like, it's in a passionate way. It's not in a, like, controlling way. It's like, just, you know, this person means a lot to me, and I don't want anyone around them that's going to hurt them, or try to destroy what we have going on. You know what I mean? But not in a controlling way, just in a, this matters to me kind of way. And with the Hierophant, yeah, this person, they're like all in. This isn't, you know, this isn't just like something short term for them. Wow. You've got the Three of Cups on the bottom of the deck. You've got the Empress. So 2 3s. And you've got the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, this person, it's like, I feel like they're trying to show you that they're a hard worker, or that they will work hard for you, that they know who you are, that you're a divine feminine, and that they hold a space of care and concern, and they want to honor that. They want to earn that. There's this energy of the happy dance. Do you guys know the happy dance? You know, when you're like, oh, I'm so happy, I'm going to do a happy dance. That's what this Three of Cups is giving me. I haven't thought about a happy dance in forever. All right, so let me just clarify the Eight of Pentacles and the Empress. Yeah, this person is really trying to show you that they care, and they're trying to honor this, and that they're trying to master themselves so that they can be, you know, the highest and best version of themselves for you and for this situation. Yeah, it hasn't been revealed yet, because this person is stuck in this energy of love and fear. Yeah, you have the Five of Wands and the Six of Wands. Definitely could be dealing with the Leo. You also have Libra and Taurus here with the Empress. But I forgot about this deck. You know, in pretty much every deck, the Five of Wands is some version of cross sticks, right? It's the blockage. And in this particular card, there none. There's no cross stick. And so it's almost as if it's like, okay, you know, we have victory over this blockage, you know, because we're clarifying the Eight of Pentacles. And then you have the Six of Wands, which is success after a long battle. And remember that one up here where I said it looks like he's handing him this wand and he won't reach out and take it? It was like the Eight of Swords. And then the next one was like the Knight of Wands, where the guy was like diving off the side of the cliff with the wand in his hand. Like he took it and he ran with it, literally. I'm getting the exact same energy from this Five of Wands to this Six of Wands. So when I get that twice in a reading, that's like enough confirmation for me that, yeah, this is exactly what's happening here. This person has figured out the blockage. They have taken the power away from the blockage, and now they're moving towards success and victory. They put the work in. You haven't seen it yet because of this, but yeah, Ten of Swords, this person is putting this to an end and they're coming forward. They're going to communicate. Look at that, the Page of freaking Cups. So you have the Two of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords, and then the Page of Cups. This person's been back and forth, but that's coming to an end with the Ten of Swords. They've overthought it. They've thought it to death. Look how big. This is the bridge of troubled waters on or I don't know, maybe it's not. I don't know. It's just reading that way to me. On the Five of Cups, in the deep background of that picture, there's a bridge over troubled water. And it's like this person has thought this to death. They have overthought it to death. They have done themselves in thinking about it. And look at that. There's almost like this gold coin here, like an Olympic gold medal, where it's making me feel like, okay, the victory is so close. It's so at hand. You've got the medal of victory here, and you've got the bridge over troubled water, you know, the way for this person to move forward. And with the Page of Cups, this is like being able to speak their truth and their authenticity. Oh my God, this just hit me. Holy smokes. Okay, oh my God. You know how the moon reflects the sun, but the sun has to shine for the moon to be able to reflect it? Okay, it's coming through to me like this. So you, in the work that you did to accept all the parts of yourself, forgive all the parts of yourself, and accept all the parts of yourself, human and soul, you came into this person's life and you weren't hiding those things. So you made this space where they can then also show them, and they can also exist with it, and they can also be it. And what is the Page of Cups? The Page of Cups is that most authentic, most vulnerable space within us. And it's the communication from that space. That's what it means to me. I know other tarot card readers will say a lot of things. I definitely love the pages. I've meditated on all the pages, and they have very specific meanings for me, and Spirit knows that. But what it is this Page of Cups is like the moon. It is this person reflecting your light back to you. This person has the freedom to say something that was so freaking difficult for them, that it was blocked and that it was causing them almost agony, that they couldn't say it. And you created a space with your light and your love that allows them to be their vulnerable self and to say it. Okay? That literally just came through to me. The Empress, you shined your light. You were wholly yourself, and now you're being loved wholly for yourself. Wow. Okay. Well, just a little reading today. Oh gosh, you guys. All right, I'm gonna try something here for the elements. I've thought about this. I've thought about this. I've thought about this. I'm gonna go through the elements, and I'm going to I'm going to pull some cards for each element and their oracle cards and tell you what I think, okay? Best possible outcome right now with the elements. All right, here we go. If you're dealing with a water sign. Okay, for this person is only seeing the extremes. This person is they are a very passionate person. They are a very emotional, sentimental, big-hearted person. And they're literally looking that this is going to go one of two ways. Either I'm going to be with you forever, or I'm going to be heartbroken. And, you know, the fire, the passion burns bright. Like, they really want this to work out. So there's definitely that kind of fear, but I feel the energy of the extremes, and it's like they need to just work through that towards the middle of the road. But I think they will, if this reading is any indication. All right, if you're dealing with a fire sign, okay, this person, wow, they know. I just almost got like love at first sight. They know this is a soul connection. You're a soulmate. I think that it's tripping them out so bad that everything in them sort of wants to go in a different direction, but they can't because they can't. It's like, I feel like they can't leave your side for a second because there's competition. It feels like I feel like they feel there's competition for your love or for your attention. And it's like, I do think that this person is learning how to sit with their emotions and stop kind of running away from this. I definitely feel King of Swords energy here, even though we're definitely talking about a fire sign. I feel that super logical, analytical, this is what works for me, I'm comfortable here person having to find a different way so that they can have these feelings and be okay with it. Oh my God, that almost just made me cry. I have a lump in my throat the size of Texas right now. Woo. Okay, Earth sign. Heartbroken, the golden mirror, and coffee cup. And then you have ship. Okay. Okay. I'm honestly getting a few different things. The first thing that I'm getting is you might have walked away from someone. They may have actually walked away, but it's almost like it feels like they always expected you to pull them back in. And with this ship, with this rope, I'm like feeling the energy of like I left, I went into the harbor, but like, you know, I left a rope there for you to like pull me back kind of energy, if that makes sense. And then I think you left. I think you were heartbroken. I think you were sad. I think you pulled your energy back. And I think this person is having to face some things about themselves and about what their motives are and about, you know, this is definitely an opportunity for this person to do this, to kind of look at themselves and realize, to me, what I feel here is that this person sort of only worried about their own needs, wants, and desires. They didn't ever consider you, or they didn't consider the connection. And it's like they have this opportunity to see sort of a self-absorbed thing about themselves, or something that feels judgmental. And I'm not trying to be judgmental of this person, but it's like to look in a mirror, basically, is what I'm going to say. See their own reflection. They may be going through a period of change where they are going to want to be meeting up with you. For others of you, this is like you are finally cutting ties to a past person, and as you do that, almost like simultaneously, someone comes in. Like a new person, I feel. All right. A little crazy. Air sign. Whoa, my lord, this air sign is all over the place. Okay, this person, Lord have mercy. I feel like they may have, wow. Okay, for some of you, someone, like, without thinking about it, like, on a whim, like, in a moment, felt something and reacted to it and pushed you away. And they have been so focused on this. I feel like for a lot of you, they're looking at your pictures on social media, or they're looking at pictures of the two of you together on their phone. I feel like they are going to call you, and I feel like they are going to ask you out again. For others of you, I feel like there's an energy of kind of being stuck in a how is this, like, being stuck in a kind of a cycle that's not totally healthy for us, where it's like, you know, we are really looking back on the past, or we are really, you know, wishing we had done things differently, you know, whatever, and you know, kind of not, you know, not really kind of being open to new things. And then this shock card feels like a tower moment from the universe. Like, okay, if you're not going to grow yourself, then we're going to put something in there that really shakes up your life and makes you think, makes you come out of this mode that's not healthy for you, or that's not, it's not in your best interest to be doing that. It's not in your highest and best to do that. So we're going to shake you out of it kind of energy. And then it's like you have someone coming in. And it feels like an important person. A soulmate. All right, Pisces, this is what I have for you today. Let me know how it goes. Let me know how you feel about this. I hope that these messages really bring you guys peace and clarity. And I guess I just want to send you off with all the very best. Always, always, always. You know me. All right. Until next time, guys. All my best. Bye-bye.